off-season momentum picking up. Irish Football Pod, we're back. YouTube, what's up? Connor, how you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Long time no see. It's good to be back.
Been on a long hiatus, but what better time to come back when things are firing. You know, it's right in the middle of summer, but things are exciting.
Yeah, things are rolling up there in the Bend, and it seems like when we took our little break, it was kind of a dull moment, kind of stale in recruiting, and um, I mean, we knew that there was momentum in certain aspects, but with recruiting specifically, it was getting a little stale, and you were getting kind of nervous on certain players. But with the staff made a great decision on moving the official visits to later into the months. That late June visit weekend was the best, I think, because when you compare it to last year, they got kids there early, and then they were able to go on official visits at other schools, which ended up being able to close. And you see a big change this year when they're visiting later and they have Notre Dame being their last visit. Man, it's really helped this recruiting class.
Yeah, and I just whatever they did to close these guys and to get them, they push the right buttons. I'll say that with this group of this class, it just seems like most of these kids are thinking, "How can I not be a part of this?" They're probably thinking, "If I don't, I'm going to regret it." It just seems like the class is really tight too. So not only did the staff push the right buttons and just say the right things, do the right things, but this class, it just seems tight knit. Just seems like a tight knit class.
hmm Yeah, it does, and not position to position. It's tight throughout the board. It's offensive players and defensive players, special teams guys. It's a bond throughout the whole group, not just individually, right? And
Yep.
that just speaks volumes.
Right.
And when you can have that cohesiveness, and then when the recruits themselves are saying how close they are and the brotherhood bond, like that just it goes back to the culture, the word that we keep bringing up, and it's being instilled day by day from top to bottom. That starts with Marcus Freeman, and that's what he said when he became head coach. He said he's going to do this, and he's walking the walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome to see. It's what we've been asking for.
And you just look at the class, man. You said it right before we jumped on. A lot of these guys, it's spread out. We've got arguably one of the best edge classes, definitely arguably the best secondary class. You throw in the two running backs that are coming in, Jonas Walton and who's the
Javian
other one?
Osborne,
Javian Osborne.
2 top 10 running backs,
Dude,
2 top cornerbacks slash safeties, 2
you
best
know
edge
what?
rushers.
You know what like excites me about those things? Those are straight impact positions. Edge, safety corner, running back. Like you've got three positions right there that are critical in playmaking, game-changing type stuff.
Yep.
And it's just really cool, dude. We just haven't seen this type of recruiting push in a really long time.
No, we haven't. And specifically closing the deals. Like getting to we've been able in the past to get to really good spots, and we all know we're accustomed to literally getting commitments, and then with the new era and how things have changed, don't end up landing those specific kids. But that's the era again that we're in, but also showing the will to change and being able to adapt. And again, that comes from Freeman. He's going into certain meetings with his information, his knowledge, and that's why things are changing. He is a
Right.
big part of why it is, but he's also built a staff to help him. And it's goes to Mike Martin, our new general manager. He took the Lions from really nothing to a playoff contender to Super Bowl maybe contenders in a matter of a couple of years.
Yeah.
Granted, it's college kids now, but I mean, it's proven with NIL, we're being competitive with that.
Hmm.
But we're on the uptick, man. This is the momentum that we wanted to see, and we knew it was just a matter of time. I mean, we just went to the Natty. We got trophies. We didn't get the ultimate trophy, but we got trophies to prove that, hey, you could have made that play right there, and we could have that trophy if you're the one that comes in and makes those plays. We can sell that now. So
Yeah, and of course, the recruiting stuff doesn't really affect what's going to happen on the field this year, but it kind of just seems like this type of recruiting stuff wouldn't be happening if the program wasn't fully locked in, bought in, processes dialed in, like all that stuff. So it kind of makes you a little bit more confident, like heading into the season, because it's momentum. It's like positive momentum that's just like building within the program. And I think that'll translate to everything else. Like
mhm.
when we start to getting into fall practice and preparing for the season, like, yeah,
It's
we're
the
not playing
mindset.
games, right? Yeah, we're not playing games in June, July, August, but dude, the energy is up, and that's only going to help when the season gets here.
Mhm. Yep, and I think it helps too. I mean, back-to-back years we're traveling to a hostile environment for game one, so there's got to be a level of urgency that you prepare with, and we were obviously able to prove that last year with 110,000 screaming fans at us. We knew right then and there when Marcus walked out of that tunnel and did what he did, it was game on. And we ended up winning when the whole country said we couldn't. So
Yeah, they showed up to play, and they're going to have to do the same thing here in what, less than 80 days now. We're almost
yeah,
under
yeah,
70.
yeah, 69 days I think today.
It's crazy, dude.
Yep, time's flying.
July, yeah, July 4th's coming up. What's that? Not this week, but next week.
Yeah, when
And
July 4th hits, July goes by in a blink of an eye, and then you're in game month.
you're in game month.
It's here,
It
basically here.
it's right around the corner. But yeah, dude, I'm with you. Positive momentum is happening up there. It just must feel good too for Freeman and the staff. Like they're to be able to get these guys that the way that they have. I mean, Kari and Joey in the same day. Pretty it's a big deal. It's a
That's
big freaking deal.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest recruiting things I had seen in a while. Um, with the lead up, I'm pretty pretty deep into recruiting. I follow a good amount of it, and the build up to that, I just before they even went on that visit, I had really good feeling that whatever the staff was going to do was just going to blow them out of the water, and
Uh-huh.
seal the deal. It's like they really rolled out the green carpet, you could say up there. It was spot on, and I've heard that's carried on into this weekend. Even though it was a smaller visitor list, guys like Elijah Golden, he was just at Alabama last weekend, and I'm hearing the Irish move the needle again back towards our way. And to have Ebenezer and Rodney there with them, it's like, man, they're already committed. They obviously are recruiting the heck out of him. They're like, come fill that middle for us, and we would have him, Tiki Hola in the middle, with Ebenezer and Rodney on the edge. That class, whew, 2026 it's something else,
Dude, it's by far Freeman's best class.
and it's
And
not over. We still got wide receivers that are bound to commit too.
who's that?
We got Larry
Reddish?
Fitzgerald, Nick Reddish.
Reddish.
Yeah, I think he'll end up Irish. But if we can land Devin Fitzgerald and then Kadon Finley
Yep.
and Braden Robinson, man, you're cooking now.
You're in some big business at that point.
Yep, yep. And that goes back to that visit. Kadon and Braden Robinson were there. Like they're all friends. They're all close. Just exactly to what we were talking about at the beginning. It's a tight knit group, and they're different sides of the ball. It's like
Mhm.
they're homies.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. This is what we've been waiting for, man.
What we've been
Just
wanting.
get just get over to the hump, and it's only going to help with the recruiting. When you can get these players on their visit, and then they're holding the ultimate trophy, oof, good luck. Good luck, college
I think
football.
yeah. I think that's one of my takeaways now is this is fan freaking tastic and we're gonna keep it rolling. But they just gotta keep on it. I feel like it's just so hard to like consistently be on and it's such a high pressure recruiting battle for all these top kids at all
Hmm.
times.
Yep,
But it is just good to see us like, all right, a 5-star recruit is committing on a Saturday night or a Friday night. Well, we're landing them now. When before we'd be disappointed, we'd be right there in the mix for them, but we wouldn't quite land them. But now we're getting them.
dude, it's just wild. That's why we're super thankful to have Freeman as a head coach, because you look what it did to Saban. Saban literally is quoted saying like he didn't want to do it anymore. It just got to be
Yep.
too much for him, and he did what he did in the time that was perfect. NIL became relatively new towards the end of his tenure, but when you get to that age, it's like it's a lot on your plate every day. That's why I'm thankful that we have a young coach like Freeman that wakes up and wants to do it. You need a coach nowadays that wants to do it. And
Right.
that's huge.
Dude, and you can tell, dude, God, he's got good energy at all times. I love what Joey O'Brien said. Like, he would literally trust Freeman with his life. Like, when you say something like that on 247 national media, I mean, dude, that's going to carry some weight with other players too. And you're totally right. It takes a coach that wants to do it. Like Saban had an incredible just obsession with trying to be the best every single year, and that's why they got where they were. Thing with like Kirby and coaches like that. Freeman's got it,
Dabo.
dude.
Dabo was at
Dabo,
Clemson for 8 years before he won one.
right?
It's like Freeman got us there in his third year. Just,
Yep.
you got to let him, especially Freeman that didn't have any coaching experience. He's doing this still fresh, but he's shown that he can learn and adapt and do it day by day
Yes.
instead of, not to bring it up, previous regimes that would talk about it and then not do anything, expecting different results and then it not happening. And then you keep feeding the same BS, which people believed.
Yeah. I
But,
don't. Notre Dame fans will. It'll be hard to fall into that type of trap again. I think,
hmm
but
Yep.
many of us did. I mean, I was one of the ones at year 7 or 8. I said, "That's it." Like, I think he went 4-8 in the 8th year, 2016.
2016. Yeah.
And right there, I was like, "Now is the time to sever ties." Of course, we didn't do it. He got 4 more years, and we made a couple playoff appearances. So it wasn't like the program continued to tank. He got it back to a very respectable place.
Yeah.
And if we would have fired him then, we wouldn't have Marcus Freeman. So it all worked out for the right reasons. And just looking at Freeman now and having him there, dude, young, charismatic, absolute brute force of a coach. The kids love him. He connects with them really well. It just couldn't be. It's like a perfect storm right now, dude. It's a perfect storm.
Yep.
So if we get the quarterback thing right, whatever happened, if we get it right, whoever it is, whether it's on the roster now or with our recruiting that we're doing, this we are going to be in good shape for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years. There's no
Oh yeah.
doubt.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's shown, man. He didn't have a major bowl win in 31 years, and then he got two of them in the week. That
He not only
took
has an orange and a Orange, Sugar Bowl, home playoff victory, and a national championship appearance. He should have a Fiesta Bowl as well. But, dude, just winning an Orange Bowl and a Sugar Bowl back to back. Come on.
Yep.
And now we just head into the season with absolute confidence from all the guys. They're going to be competing so hard, dude. They're going to be absolutely getting after it out there. It's going to be so fun to watch.
This team's going to be really good.
Yep.
Better than people think it is. We're stacked. We got one of the best offensive lines coming back, the best running back room, one of the best defenses. Like a young QB, but there's a lot of weapons that we're going to surround him to make it as easy as we can on him.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be coming in like 2017 Miami, making Ian Book throw curl routes on like 3rd and 10. Down 2 touchdowns.
Right.
I don't think we're going to be doing stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited. It's been a while, but there's been a lot of positive momentum since we've been gone, and I had to come up and update you guys on how we feel about it.
Yeah, always good to get on. Definitely, it's gonna ramp up as we, get closer and closer to August. We'll be on here, just talking through it. Makes me feel better when we talk through things. You get a little amped up, a little juiced up. Come in here, chat.
Absolutely.
All right, all. Well, we're gonna do our best to get you guys some more videos and more content. We've been a little busy, life stuff going on, but no excuses. Season's coming, recruiting's on fire. Freeman is getting after it. Staff is just so on point. Players are excited for each other. The class is tight knit. I mean, what more do you want? Coming off a national championship appearance, the vibes are up in the Bend.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Well, have a good weekend.
Before we leave,
good week.
Pacers or OKC? Put it in the comments. See you guys got.
It's got to be Pacers.
It's going to be a good one.
If you're watching a Notre Dame podcast, you better be rooting for the Pacers in Game 7 of the finals.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pacers.
We'll take the Pacers tonight.
Yep.
All right, bro. Good stuff. Appreciate you getting on.
Yep. Go Irish.
Go Irish.